Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TamikiaTT. Okay, so it's officially cycle 3. Day 3. I'm just leaving. Oops, sorry. I really got to get something to hold my phone together when I'm in the car. Okay, so I'm just leaving the doctor's office. This was not a day 3 ultrasound because I've decided, as you know in my previous video, that after the second failed IUI, that I am succumbing and agreeing with insurance and debating that my tubes are bad and so I want to get them out of the picture. So no IUI this next cycle. So my next step is IVF, and so I had a consult with the doctor, which was expensive. I knew it would be $150, but I am so sick of paying out of pocket. But anyway, that's for another video. Okay, so what does the doctor think? He thinks there are multiple factors that's contributing to my lack of success in the past 2 IUI cycles. Number 1 being my weight. Surprise, surprise. It's always about the weight, right? Like, I knew that would be the first thing that came out of his mouth. But you know what? It is what it is. Statistics are what they are. That's what he's going by. I can't really debate the research. It is what it is. I mean, we know obese people get pregnant all the time. But whatever. That was number 1. Number 2, he said my eggs might just have a very thick shell. So the sperm have a hard time penetrating it to fertilize. That could be another factor. Third factor could be endometriosis, not endometriosis, sorry. Not having a receptive endometrium. And what he said is the whole implantation phase, which is the most understood, if that makes sense. Not misunderstood, but I guess there isn't a lot of research on and data on what makes a good environment for implantation and all the millions of things that are working. So, you know, when they say babies are a miracle, they absolutely are. Apparently it's a miracle for a fertilized egg to implant. Okay, so he also said that, well, he's not specifically diagnosing me with PCOS. I have indicators that I might have a mild case of PCOS. Perhaps. I don't know. My cycles are pretty regular. But I don't know. I don't know. But that's what he's saying. Maybe that'll go away when I drop some pounds or something. Who knows? Okay, but he was pretty adamant about, you know, not really wanting to move forward until I dropped some pounds, because he wants me to be successful. You know, he's been my GYN for 9 years. You know, I've been seeing him a long time, and he told me, you know, I've been seeing you a long time. I know you'd be a great mom, and I want to get you pregnant. But, you know, I want you to have the best success. So, you know, after seeing other TTC videos, like Arlette, with Chase and Joy, and just sort of following their journey, and especially because Arlette, she's using a clinic, and the clinic has some stipulations, which I personally have not heard from my RE. So I figured, you know, I wanted to fall into those guidelines. So she mentioned in the video that her clinic had some guidelines for IUI where they wanted your BMI under 44, and then for IVF transfer, they wanted your BMI under 40. And I mentioned that to the doctor, and he's basically saying he would much rather prefer to work with a patient whose BMI was under 40. So there. Now, in order for me to get under 40, I've got to lose about 35 pounds, roughly. Okay. So there. That is my task, to lose about 35 pounds. Now, he has an IVF cycle that starts in October. But I think that's the beginning, like the end of September, beginning of October. So he said, for me, he wants me to shoot for November, which I guess is the end of October, beginning of November. And because there's 4 weeks of prep before you even do the transfer and all of that business. So basically, he says I'd have roughly 8 weeks to drop my 35 pounds, right? So he said, okay, you know, let's work really hard on it, see how it goes. So that's what I'm gonna do. Then I suggested maybe I come back in a month for a progress report on my weight, so he can see that I'm really working on it and I'm making progress there. And he said that wasn't a bad idea, so that's the plan. Starting today, I've got to do what I'm supposed to do, get my workouts in, keep my food healthy. We all know the battle of the bulge is won at the table. So I just got to get up off my tuchus and do my grocery shopping, because when I do my grocery shopping, my food is good. So when my food is good, the weight comes off, and I match that with some aggressive exercise, especially since I'm not doing an IUI. I don't have to take it easy. I can really work hard at it, and try to manage my level of stress. And I think I can do it. 8 weeks, you know, 15 pounds a month, roughly. It's a little bit more than I usually give myself when I'm just trying to lose weight, in general, for no particular purpose other than losing weight. I usually give myself 10 pounds a month, but I always feel like I could drop 15 if I worked really hard at it. And I've got enough to lose, so I could certainly drop, I mean, if those people on Biggest Loser could drop 24 pounds in 2 weeks or what have you, I can certainly lose 30 in 2 months, right? So the other thing he brought up, and this is my thing about doctors, and I've had this fight with him for some time, because he's really always been on me about my weight. And granted, I've been heavier. Like, my heaviest weight is more than 20 pounds higher than where I am right now. Where he brought up bariatric surgery again, and I'm just like, yeah, no. No, like, I don't need bariatric surgery. Like, and he's not the slimmest doctor either, you know. Like, if I got a doctor that's overweight himself and he's like suggesting bariatric surgery, and I'm just like, look, doc, if you think I need bariatric surgery, then you need bariatric surgery. Like, we can do this together maybe. And then he's like, well, why don't you want to do bariatric surgery? Because if I can avoid going under the knife, I mean, any time that you go under anesthesia is an opportunity for you to not wake up from anesthesia. If I can lose weight, and I know how to lose weight, I just need good motivation, right? If I can lose weight without having to put myself to sleep and maybe trying to do it in an easy way, then that's what I want to do. So give me an opportunity to make it right. Not to mention, I'm still trying to lose the 30 pounds that I gained. And that's what's so frustrating about this. You know, before everything with my sister, I was a lot closer to that 40 BMI goal. And in the process of, you know, trying to support my sister and my niece, I managed to gain 30 pounds. That's nobody's fault, but I don't even know if I can blame myself. You know, stress is a hell of a thing, you know, and, you know, not wanting to cook and eating out a lot, I mean, it took its toll, and I knew that they were bad eating habits, and that the weight was piling on. I wasn't, I was trying to get my runs in and walk, but, it wasn't the most comfortable situation for me. I was sleeping on a couch for basically a year. I was out of my element. So that just made things so much more difficult to manage. And, it's a mood depressant, and the stress was on 100. And we all know you don't lose weight when you're incredibly stressed out either. So, it is what it is. And I'm struggling to lose that 30 pounds. That 30 pounds. That is the 30 pounds I need to lose in the next 2 months. That is for sure the 30 pounds I need to lose in the next 2 months. So, that's my task, to drop 30 pounds. He said, because in the past he tried to prescribe a weight loss drug, phentermine, one of the twin drugs of fen or whatever. I said, nope, I'm not going to take that either, because the last time he prescribed it, I was on it for a month. I literally lost only 3 pounds in a month, and it gave me cystic acne. No, I'll be fat. I'm not going to take that. Nope. Not going to do it. Like, I'm not a pill popper as it is, and I don't want to have to take drugs when I can do this a more healthier route. I know how to lose weight, and that's the problem. When you know how to lose weight, you don't still, until you have a motivating factor. And right now I have a motivating factor to, get myself healthy, because this is something that I want. So here we are. I need to make this happen. That's reality. I need to make it happen. And it starts today. So, I haven't had breakfast. So, I'm already fighting an uphill battle today. But I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my liquid breakfast. I've got my salads. I've got my meals. Because I did go grocery shopping this weekend. Today is Tuesday. The only thing is, I'm on a plane tonight for a couple days for a team meeting. So I'm probably not going to eat too well in the next couple days. But that's okay. It is what it is. I'm definitely going to have to take it easy on the alcohol. Maybe a couple glasses of wine or something. Because I really need to mellow out, like, for real. I didn't even get any sleep last night, so I got a lot to do. I've got meetings, I've got a lot to do, and I gotta get on a plane, and I'm not even packed. I'm telling you, I need more hours in the day. I totally need more hours in the day. But that's where we are. That's what the plan is. We're putting in the pre-auth for insurance and seeing what they're saying. He's concerned because my health insurance, United Healthcare, often has a requirement on the number of like IUIs that they want you to have before you can go to IVF. But, if they're refusing to pay for IUIs because I have 2 bad tubes, then the IUI will never work. It's a waste of money for me, especially if they're not going to pay for it. So we might as well move right on to IVF. I've got, the history. They're already denying that my tubes are good enough for IUI. What other choice do I have but IVF? Which means they need to go ahead and pay. Stop playing. So that's probably going to be an uphill battle as well. But he told me that my IVF cycle could very well be around $10,000. I've got the $25,000 in my mind. That's probably that's what I have in my mind for what I'll need to do. So either way, $10,000, $25,000. When you're paying out of pocket, it's all pretty much the same, right? It's all pretty much the same. So, although $10,000 is a lot more manageable, but, 25, I'm willing to do. I might even be willing to do a little bit more, but, like I said, by egg retrieval, let's get the weight down. So it's time to stop talking about it and be about it, and get up on it. All right, guys. So I'm hitting the 15-minute mark. I'm going to say bye-bye because I got to go to work. All right? Talk to you later. All right, bye.